And good afternoon to everybody. Good, because it's not good morning, it's good afternoon. Oh, what the fuck, my phone?
They could be listening to it in the morning.
They could be listening to it in the morning.
Can't make any assumptions.
Yep. Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of What Wea.
What wea?
What Wea Culiao. And I'm here with my buddy, Chris. How are you today, Chris?
I'm doing good.
Are you doing good?
I'm doing good, yeah.
How was your week?
It's been good. I've had a fun week.
Really?
I performed stand-up last night at a bar that was actually trying to do karaoke and not listen to stand-up.
How does that work? What? Why?
It's like a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
And they hired us to do stand-up, but they didn't let the people know that there was going to be stand-up until like we arrived.
Oh.
And so I was expecting to do karaoke and sing Los Prisioneros or whatever.
Era un problema de difícil solución. That's the one that they always sing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wanted that. It was their time to sing. And then here comes like, oh, tenemos tan comedy esta noche. I'm like, no one knows you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know? And it didn't work. I don't know. It didn't work that well. No.
Yeah, because they weren't there for it. They were there for the singing.
Nah. Yeah, they were there for something very different. And they were, I don't know, like 3 or 4 drunk girls that just kept interrupting and.
Oh God.
That yeah.
And you can't hit them.
No.
No. No hitting. So have you ever been to? I remember once I went to this thing that was called Karaoke.
What's that?
And it's like a karaoke, but it's with an actual band.
Okay.
So they have like a list of songs that isn't as big as a normal karaoke, but
Okay.
they actually play it live with you.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
It's a build your own band?
Yeah, pretty much. So they have a band and they have a list of karaoke. Se llamaba Karaoke.
Yeah.
So they would have like mostly rock songs, right? You know, like Aerosmith and Bon Jovi and like that kind of shit. And then you'd sing it, but you wouldn't hear like a track. You would have the guys play it.
Yeah. Would be like, play that song "Touch Myself" and play,
by
it
the
slowly.
Divinos.
And play it slowly.
Yeah, and so they play with you.
Okay.
You ever been? You've never been to one of those, I assume.
No, I didn't know this existed. But they come like it's like a Chuck E. Cheese when there's the band there. It's electronic and you can play like certain songs.
No. Like say like whatever bar that they have karaoke night. Well, this will be karaoke night.
Karaoke night.
Yeah. So you go on and they'll play like an actual song with you.
Cool.
Yeah, and then they'll take videos of you and shit. You can feel like you're in a band.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it works. It's pretty fun. But yeah,
They'll
it's so
do
fucking
drugs
loud.
with you after the show.
Yeah. So I remember once I used to work at a bar, and there was this tribute band. They would be a tribute to Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah.
And every band that used to go to play there.
There's not enough of those.
I know. Yeah. Something
Why
totally
isn't there
new.
enough?
Yeah. So before, what happened? I don't know if they paid these guys or what the fuck, but all of them. No, they were Motley Crue. Sorry, it was a Motley Crue tribute.
Okay.
So the guys, they show up and they're all dressed like like Nikki Sixx and all these fucking guys.
Yeah.
And Tommy Lee. And so before they get there and they do their sound check or whatever, while nobody's there, actually, like at 8, 7, and then they ask for like a courtesy drink. So the bar will give them, for the band, you can give them like a bottle of whatever.
Okay.
You know? And they all ask for like natural juice.
What?
I know. So,
That's not a Motley Crue tribute band.
I know, that's what I
band.
thought. Yeah, fucking gay. I was like, okay, so what do you want, man? And they were like, un jugo frutilla.
Yeah?
I'm like, okay. And what about you? Un jugo piña. And they were all like asking for juice.
That's
the Motley Crue tribute.
Do you guys have kale? Do you have kale chips?
You should explain what kale chips are, though.
Kale chip? It's like spinach, but it's like a most hipster type of spinach that ever existed, and they make chips from them, just for people who I don't know
Who do Motley Crue tributes.
Live in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that was funny. I remember. But karaoke's all right. But yeah, I wouldn't imagine why they didn't publicize you guys though.
I don't fucking know.
You know, because they would.
It was really weird because then we're talking to the DJ. The DJ's like, oye, tiene que partir a las 10:30. 10:30, espera que se llene el barcito. He was like, just wait, just keep waiting. Then we talked to the owner. The owner's like, you guys get started now, 9:45. Get going. It was like, there's no communication between you fucking people. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you're running a bar, man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But
So all things considered, what happened with your Mormon video?
Yes.
So you should put on some context, though, like for people that maybe didn't see it.
So I posted a video on Monday. It was me, my friend Mason Taylor, also a gringo comedian.
Okay.
It took us like a week to get the full getup. We dressed like full Mormons, all right?
Okay. That's why you shaved even.
I shaved my beard, yeah. My shit beard, but I shaved it.
Uh-huh.
What else? We got like the black tie. I'm printing out tags that said Elder. So I was Elder Scott. My buddy was...
did you actually print them out? Because I remember I saw it. I said, these look pretty good.
Yeah, I had to go to como Chile Trofeo next to Estación Central.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to wait like 3 days for them to make it.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's a lot of production value right there, man.
It took a while, yeah. Then we got everything. I bought fake glasses. I want to go like full Mormon transformation.
Yeah.
And we actually went to the Mormon temple to film the intro, which is...
So what was the video about? Because I didn't get a chance to see it.
So like, first we introduce ourselves like, hola, soy Elder. And then my buddy says, hola, soy Elder. Y somos dos mormones en Chile. And then it's like, cuts to a quick like a montage of us like feeding a dog and then like thumbs up and like putting trash away and like helping an old lady.
Helping old ladies.
But giving Bibles to people. And then, yeah, it's like, this is our mission in Chile to help people. And then we actually did a social experiment where like we walked around and talked to people. My friend had the cameraman had a long lens.
Okay.
And we had a microphone that's inalámbrico, I guess.
Okay,
like
yeah.
So
wireless.
Yeah, your wireless microphone. And so that he would record us talking to people and saying to people like...
You can move this, because I see you that you're a bit like uncomfortable.
I'm crouching.
Yeah, you can move it around however you like. Okay, so?
So we'd go to like up to women and be like, ¿Ustedes conocen Jesús? Jesús tiene mucha misericordia. La tiene gigante.
La tiene gigante, okay.
And then, I don't know, just going up to couples and being like, ¿Ustedes son buena gente, buenas personas? And they'd be like, yeah. Be like, ¿hacen sexo oral entre ustedes? Just really uncomfortable.
Yeah. What would they say?
And they would be like, see?
Okay. Why? Is oral sex frowned upon in the Mormon community?
It's illegal. I mean, you can't do it in the eyes of God.
You can't do oral sex in Mormon community?
Yeah, baby Jesus Christ.
Baby Jesus throws a fit.
No, there's tons of things you can't do if you're Mormon. You can't have caffeine.
I knew about caffeine. I knew about premarital sex.
Yeah.
That's why I know that a lot of Mormons, they get married really young just so they can fuck.
Or they don't get married young. They just do anal.
Really?
Yeah. Like heterosexual anal. This is like a thing among churches.
No way.
I swear to God. Yeah.
Why not? So it's only the pussy that counts?
Only the vag counts in the eyes of God.
So you can fuck asses all you want, but no pussy.
I swear to God. I swear to Jesus. This really happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that they fasted too.
Mormons?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that they fast because I used to live. One of the people that I lived with in Canada, one of them was going like to Mormon school. I don't know how. She was a fucking junkie, but she kind of like, I don't know, got tired of having sex with strangers and doing coke and shit like that. So she started like to be a Mormon.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was like she found Jesus.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And I remember that sometimes I would like get up in the morning and I make breakfast and I'd be like, hey, Josie, you want like French toast or whatever? He'd be like, no, I have to fast today.
Really?
And I'm like, what? Yeah. So they would fast, not every day, but they do fast. Fast, for the people that don't know, fast is ayuna. It's when you don't eat. That's why it's called breakfast, because you break the fast.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
No.
That's why you write it break fast, because you're breaking your fast. Está rompiendo
that makes
la
a lot
ayuna.
of sense. Yeah.
Está rompiendo la ayuna.
Wow.
So it's breakfast. There you go. A word of the day. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah, which is breaking your fast.
Breaking your fat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so go on. Sorry, I was interrupting you. We got carried away by Mormons and anal sex.
Yeah. But yeah, so then we ended up filming. We went to Plaza de Armas, where there's like these evangelical people.
Yeah, lots of them.
And so like we tried to say like, nuestro mensaje es más fuerte. And like we interrupted this evangelical guy. And we were kind of like yelling like it was a rugby match or something.
Yeah.
And like, ellos no saben de Dios, escucha nosotros, somos los mormones.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's like, they got really pissed.
Yeah.
And then, el demonio. And people are yelling. And then we ended up joining where they have like these impromptu comedy shows in Plaza de Armas.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah. So we just jumped right away. We got close. And the guy's like, oye, mira cómo son los mormones. I don't know what he said. But like, cagado de la cabeza, ven.
Really?
That kind of stuff like that.
You know what's so funny? Because the other day I was walking in Plaza de Armas. It was at night. It was like a Saturday night, like around 11. Yeah. And I had to walk through Plaza de Armas for some fucking reason. And I saw like, it's a whole nother city there, man. At night, Saturday nights, it's like it's crazy.
I wouldn't fuck around Plaza de Armas at night. What are you doing there at night? Yeah.
No, I think I had to go get like a pizza or some shit. I had to cross Plaza de Armas at night. Yeah. So there's a lot of hookers, obviously, ugly hookers, and but there was a lot of people like just like shooting the shit, like just hanging out, drinking wine, and it's full of cops there though. Okay, I don't know how they get away with drinking in the street, and but the thing that most caught my eye was that there was this guy, he had like a speaker and a microphone with him, like a wireless microphone. Great. And he was doing like a Peruvian stand-up.
No way.
I swear to God. He was
awesome.
like, he was like talking. There was a lot of Peruvians all around watching him, laughing at his joke. I was like,
What?
I know.
That's cool.
And then he'd throw out like a fucking hat or whatever, and they'd give him like money. And that was like his gig.
Wow.
But it was like, I remember that I stood there for a while and I tried to listen, but then I thought maybe I was going to get robbed. So just walked away. But yeah, it's like really Peruvian comedy.
I have no idea what Peruvian comedy is.
It's just like them being Peruvian. Like a lot of jokes about how they're alcoholics and, like that kind of shit.
Like some of us are Asian and some of us are black.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, we're Thai niggers.
Wow, man.
So, again, I interrupted you. Sorry. Go on. So you were doing all that with the evangelical people and all that. Okay.
So we are going around interrupting people, being just obnoxious jackasses. I edited it into a 1-minute video.
Okay.
Just the part with the Plaza de Armas when I'm interrupting I interrupted the improvised comedian. Mm-hmm. And I was like, mucha gente están pescando, están cometiendo pescados.
Mm-hmm. But it was pecados, though.
Yeah, well, he's like, fish es pescado. I was like, eso porque tú cometes muchos pescados. Okay. And I got like the people in the crowd like on my side.
Yeah.
I started chanting like, Mormon. Like I stole the show from the guy.
Yeah.
And I started dancing and stuff, and I did like the worm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You got a lot of personality, man. I don't know if I do that kind of shit.
Dude, I don't know what it was, but... When I was a Mormon, I just felt like a different person.
Yeah, you were feeling the adrenaline.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And then, so I decided to post a video under the name Dos Mormones Bien Hueones. Mm-hmm. And some people got offended by that. I don't know why.
But you uploaded it, to your Instagram?
To Instagram, yeah.
Okay, and then what happened from there?
Then I noticed the comments.
Uh-huh.
And there are a lot of comments like, ha, ha, ha. Buena la wea. Ha, 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 concha tu madre. Like the most common, whatever.
Yeah.
Oye, buen loco, concha tu madre. It's like, okay, I guess he liked it. Like, it's a lot of like that. And then there was one, though, that started accumulating a lot of likes, which was like, no sé por qué tiene que reír de los mormones, porque son buena gente, and something like that. And like,
how long after you posted it was it?
It was pretty quick. It was like
really
2 minutes. That comment was up, and then it started accumulating likes. I don't know. When I checked, it had like 20. The anti-comment, like this is wrong comment. And then I got a message. I opened up my phone, got a message from Instagram saying your post has hate speech.
Oh, they reported hate speech. Holy fuck! So they reported it.
Somebody reported it. And I think, too, my buddy was telling me afterwards, like, if you include the word Mormon in a title, it's going to automatically go to review. I'm thinking.
It could be, yeah, because YouTube has, like, certain words that you can't put in the title.
So, yeah, it might have come to, like...
flagged.
Yeah. It might have gone to some group of people. They have, like, imagine, like, 80 different screens, and they're, like, reviewing all at the same time for things that are, like, hate.
I wonder how that works, because you have to be, like, a really petty person to be, like, okay, like, let's see. Imagine if I watch something that I dislike or that offends me or whatever. Yeah. Maybe I'll get pissed off, and maybe I'll even comment, like, oh, you fuck, I rarely do, but I understand doing that. But After that, what's the train of thought? Like, do they go and tell their other friends, yo, check out this video. We should go report this motherfucker. Is that the way it works?
I don't know. But I mean, if something gets reported, is it automatically dropped?
See, I used to have an Instagram account with 10K, and suddenly they just dropped it. And I didn't, because I understand that first you get like a warning. Like, listen, you can't upload this kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know? But mine, it just got deleted.
That's disgusting.
And I had done nothing.
Yeah?
I had done nothing. And I remember that I was trying to appeal it and everything, and they said, like, you have to wait for like 2 weeks. So I waited, and then just nothing happened. So I had to make another one.
Man.
And it was just because of nothing. It just happened.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
It's totally weird. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like, what did a lot of people... It was right after the day that I made the review on Fabricio Copano's movie. It was like a day or 2 days after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if him, petty asshole, went to all his friends like, oh, we should go report this account, you know, for pedophilia or whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't know how it works.
That's really weird. That's like kind of jarring for me to hear.
It is. But you know how you can fight that, though? The way I do it now? I use
What?
ads.
Okay.
So have you noticed, like, on Facebook or on Instagram, you can boost, like, a post or whatever, and it's like an ad?
Yeah.
And you can pay... Puta, una luca al día.
Yeah.
Or you can pay 5,000 or whatever. Like, you set how much you want to spend, and the less you spend, the less clicks it's going to get.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So from time to time, I'll run ads on Facebook and on Instagram, because if you are a client to them, they won't be as keen to be like, yeah, let's delete this fuck.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh.
That's a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you want to protect
man.
yourself against that, because like, I'm not saying it's gonna make you invulnerable to some fucking asshole that, you know, downgrades a post of yours or deletes a post of yours, but they won't be so willing to just delete it just out of the blue like they did to me before.
Okay.
Because you are a customer of theirs.
Okay.
Because you're a client.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
Good call.
It's just a fail-safe. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So you should maybe try to get on that shit.
All right. Because I'm gonna repost it.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna say Mormons at any point in the video.
Okay.
And
And you're not going to put Mormons on the title either.
Yeah. It's not gonna be Dos Mormones Bien Hueones.
What's it going to be, though?
It's gonna be Dos Amigos Predicando en Chile.
Okay. Yeah.
And then in the description, it's gonna say
Mormon
where we have
Julio.
no affiliation.
Yeah.
Mormon Julio. If that's a comment, I'm gonna put like.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say in the description, like, we have no affiliation with the church, and this is done for purely humoristic purposes, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that help legally? Does that matter?
No. There's no magic word, because I remember before when I first started in YouTube. I remember since I used movie clips, I remember that there was like this urban myth that people thought that if you wrote in the description, all rights reserved to the owner of the original material. There is no copyright infringement here intended or whatever. Like there was like a copy paste text that you would put, and supposedly that would, like, you know, cleanse you from all your wrongs.
That's
but
like you're putting salt in each corner of the room, so like
exactly.
no bad spirits come in.
So no bad spirits come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people used to think that was, but no, actually there's nothing. I don't know exactly how Instagram works, but YouTube, it's all automatic. Like, for example, my videos, they're all demonetized as soon as I upload them.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I upload them, I have a yellow fucking thing, and it says, this video has to be under review because it may not be suitable for our advertisers.
Oh, okay.
So I have to ask them to review it, and then time will go by, and then it'll get fixed or not.
Okay.
Because usually I don't know what the fuck is wrong with whatever. Like, I'll upload something that is like really offensive, and it'll be just fine. And then I'll upload our first episode. It's demonetized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For what reason?
I don't know. Because
Right.
I thought the title, it doesn't say anything bad.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's a fucked up algorithm, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because it's a robot that's supposedly confirming if there's something bad in it or not.
Okay.
So, yeah,
But
there
if
is.
okay, yeah.
So, I mean, you can write all you want, but if some bored asshole is going to come over and to report it, like, there's nothing you can do against that.
Really?
Yeah.
If someone reports it, automatically it's going to get taken down.
No, not one.
Okay.
That's what I mean, see? Because it'll usually be like... I couldn't tell you exactly what makes it happen. In my case, when I uploaded that video about Brad Actitud, after that I got like a lot of followers on Instagram, like really, really close. Like I was
Also,
suddenly
what was your opinion about this movie?
that it totally sucked.
Okay.
So I had like
Yeah.
so I had like 9,000 on Instagram, and then in like 10 minutes I had like 10,100.
Oh no.
And because of that, and also they reported it. So I'm thinking Instagram went like, he suddenly got a lot of likes, and he's being reported. There's got to be something wrong. So fuck him.
Okay.
You know, like they must have thought maybe I uploaded pornography or I
All
don't
you
know.
said was you don't like Breve Actitud.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, well, they flagged yours for hate speech.
I get we do say mormones, and in a way it's like we're calling them idiots. I guess we're calling ourselves idiots.
Yeah, but you're fucking around though.
I know.
It's a parody.
But the thing is, if this were the United States, that's what I was wondering. If it were the United States, would it be the same?
I think like the political compass is pretty much shot everywhere. I think.
Okay, it's not just because it's Chile.
No.
That's what I was thinking. Because you can't make direct reference to things in Chile. I was noticing like the free speech in Chile is different. Like the United States, and all right, like Kramer, right, did El Teletón, and he was doing Piñera, like the impression of Piñera.
Yeah.
In what's the juego de palabra?
Pasapalabra?
He was doing pasapalabra, Piñera, making fun of him, calling him an idiot, basically. And like he got hugely criticized for that.
Really?
For making fun of Piñera. Like just for
Everybody
making
makes fun. He makes fun of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is an actual clown, fucking Piñera.
But the fact that they had the gall to do that on national television in the middle of Teletón. And like he got criticized a lot. If that were to happen in the United States, you can do whatever the fuck you want about Trump, and you're not gonna get like criticized on the grounds of, you shouldn't make fun of Trump.
But
There's a level of free speech that's different.
However, I do remember that there was this chick, what was she called? Kathy Griffin, maybe?
Yeah?
That she uploaded a picture with Trump's head.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, 'cause she made like a mannequin.
Yeah, that's
of,
different.
Yeah, okay. She made like a mannequin
She
of Trump's
pretended
head.
like she murdered Trump,
Yeah.
and she got criticized for it. That's not free speech.
Yeah. I understand. But
You
yeah.
can have like the White House Correspondents' Dinner, right? They invite fucking comedians every year to go to the White House and make fun of the president to the president.
Yeah.
And they say horrible stuff. They say terrible. They say ridiculous. It's not horrible, but they say ridiculous stuff. They make fun of them.
There's even a roast of Donald Trump.
Yeah, they
But that was before he was president, though.
They
Yeah.
humiliate the president, and then they give him a hug and say, "All right." And the president goes, "You fucker," and they leave.
Yeah, because they know that everybody's joking.
But they don't, and it's totally part of the deal.
Yeah.
It's part of the deal. And the fact that it wasn't even like tu piñera, it just happened.
Yeah.
In Chile, like that, I was like, the free speech in Chile is totally different. What they consider.
That's really interesting to hear because I think that a lot of people here in Chile think that the States is like really keen on censorship.
No.
That's why it's interesting to hear.
Nah.
Yeah, because, like el imperialismo, fucking Yankees, you know.
Okay, United States, you can make a joke and say, like, I love Pepsi Cola. And then literally, like, show the head of Pepsi Cola and make a joke about, and include the marca, the brand, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can, and here in Chile, it's like, anytime any segment goes up, they're really careful about, like, cover the marca. Like,
Yeah.
you can't say certain things about certain people. It can't be too political.
But what about the adpocalypse then in YouTube?
What's that?
So there was this guy, I think it was Logan Paul. I'm not really sure who it was, but there was this one YouTuber who pulled up a video. I think it was Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest.
That's right. All
Okay,
right. Yeah.
I think it was that. It could be somebody else. I don't know. But the thing is that they did something. Maybe it was PewDiePie. He did like a joke, a bad, distasteful joke about Jews. Or maybe it was Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest or whatever. And then all the people that run ads on YouTube were like, listen, we don't want our ads appearing before this fucking guy's video. Like that's not what our company is about.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it kind of contradicts what you're telling me now that in the States it's like easier. Do you think they're like more lighthearted when it comes to that kind of shit?
I don't know. I think like there's no. You wouldn't think twice about making fun of a religion.
Yeah.
About you could say anything you want about
But-
Scientology, about any particular group of people, and you
Uh-huh.
don't have to say. Be careful about saying the name or
Yeah.
including like.
Because you just fuck around. But that was when you lived in the States, though. Or do you
maybe
still
it's?
think?
I don't think it's changed.
No, I think it's global, man.
You really think
To
so?
be honest, I think it's global, yeah. Yeah, globalization, internet, man. Like, the people get... Because the term snowflake and all that came from the States.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think that's where it all started, with people getting, like, overly offended about different shit. Like Mormons. Like, there aren't even that many Mormons here.
No, actually, I posted a poll on my Instagram then. Were you offended by the video? 96% said no. Like 96.
No way. See, that's crazy.
That's
so
nuts.
Why does the 4% have the power to fucking, you know, delete your video?
I don't know.
It makes no sense.
I mean,
There should be
it is
majority.
pretty direct. Yeah.
Yeah, but it should be a majority. Like, if over 50% of people say, yeah, fuck you, then maybe. But, and not even, because I think I was talking about this the other day. So, say you upload a video of yours, and it has, I don't know, 60,000 views. And of that, you have 1,000 comments. And of the 1,000 comments, let's say 900 are bad. Like, yeah, it sucks. So, did your video then actually fail? Because there are 59,000 people that have not said anything.
I don't know. But yeah, we talked about like the ratio.
Yeah. Like the ratio, like same as the like and dislike ratio.
Yeah.
Right? Like sometimes you'll have a video that has like, I don't know, 60,000 views, and then you'll have like 3,000 likes and like 200 dislikes. But what about all the other people? Like, do they not like it nor dislike it? Like, did they just not care about it?
I guess a lot of people just don't participate in that shit.
Yeah,
They
a
just
lot
don't
of
do
people-
it. I don't sometimes. I don't always be like, I'm being a good citizen today on the internet for this person who made the video. I'm going to put a like and a comment.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them, yeah.
So, I don't know. It's like, shoot.
Yeah, I don't
Sometimes
really...
I just consume and don't do shit.
Yeah, I don't really comment that much. And I remember there was a time that I commented a lot, and I had people saying like, oh, you only comment because you want people to watch your channel. You know? Like on YouTube. Because that's the only account I have. It's the one for my channel. I don't have like a personal... What's the point?
Yeah.
Having like a personal account for that shit. So, yeah. Censorship. That's
Censorship.
fucked. So, I wanted to ask you something too about that. So you did a video with El Coronel Valverde,
Yeah.
where you were like slapping each other with fish.
Oh, yeah. And some people got offended by the fish.
And some people got offended by the fish. But then I remember that he came out and he publicly apologized. Why the fuck did he do that? The faggot.
No. Okay. All right. Pretext.
Okay.
Pretext.
Yeah.
All
Tell
right.
me. Yeah,
Jesus
that's what I
Christ.
thought. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm
I
talking
sent
to
him a
you.
message. I thought he was going to be funny with it. I thought he was going to be like, well, guys, I guess we did a little too crazy this time. We beat each other with raw fish.
Uh-huh.
I thought he was going to be funny with it. He wasn't funny with it. He was totally serious about it.
Yeah, he was totally serious. I saw it.
And I
Like,
was
what
like-
a faggot.
I don't know. I mean, he sent it to me. I asked him to publicly apologize for, yeah. But I thought he was going to make a joke
him.
out of it.
Oh, you
I
asked
thought he
him,
was going to be
though.
funny about it. And then he sent me a serious one, and I was like, all right, whatever.
He can't apologize, man. Never fucking apologize. So I remember I used to met these people that were in jail. They came out of jail.
Okay.
They used to be in jail for like a long time. They weren't my friends. They were like friends of a guy that I knew. They were like mutual acquaintance. We were at this like really fucked up party that you should never go to. You know, like those kind of parties that you just step a foot in there like, this is wrong. And
Yeah,
like,
okay.
This
It's
ain't
like
for
the
me.
after party.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
They were like, you know, like white trashy girls and guys doing drugs and, you know, ex-cons.
Ex-cons, yeah.
So there was this one guy whose life motto was never fucking apologize. But he was like a Chinese, so he would say, never fucking apologize. It was so funny. Never fucking apologize.
I have tattoo. Never fucking apologize.
Yeah. Just like that. And there was another guy that and they made fun of him. And what was it? So they were making fun of the same Chinese guy.
Okay.
And there were like some people being like, yo, call him a rat. You know, like, I'm not going to do that, buddy. You know, they were like, yeah, just call him a rat. You know, and there were people that were
he gets really funny.
Yeah, he gets really funny. Call him a rat.
That's the one.
Yeah. So, a rat, for people that don't know, un sapo, right? A snitch.
Okay. You're a rat.
So there was like, so there was like a guy, hey, so I heard you were a rat. And the guy, he's like, I never taught before. I pack and kill you. I pack and kill you. It was like, I'll fucking kill you. So it was that. I fucking kill you. It was that. And never fucking apologize. It was like, yeah. Like he would get so worked up about whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know, if you would walk by him and be like, oh, bump into him and be like, oh, sorry, man. Sorry, never fucking apologize. You know, it was like his motto.
Tell him he won't do something. Like, you won't.
Yeah.
You won't. I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna apologize.
I do think that you say I don't do.
Yeah. So, I think it's not. I mean, you have to apologize, but I wouldn't have apologized for that though. Like, so if some people get pissed off, so what? Fuck that. It's a fucking dead fish. Like, if if it was a live fish, maybe. Yeah. You know, like if it was still, moving around and squirming, and then you just grab them out of the water just to slap each other with them, then maybe. But it was a dead fish.
Se merecen respeto, hermano. That's what some people put. That's all right.
Merecen respeto.
Sí.
A dead fish.
I don't know. Who the fuck knows it these days, man? Who knows? I don't know what the line is anymore. It's scary.
Se merecen respeto, hermano. That's what they would actually say.
But some people wrote that, yeah.
A dead fish. Oh, God. I don't know. So, should we go to our first break or what?
Yeah, I figured that. Let's do it.
Okay. And we're back with more What Where. I'm here with my buddy Chris. How was that bathroom break, buddy?
It was good.
It was good. You needed to go to the bathroom.
It's refreshing.
And if a topic fall, I can kill you. So today, what we're going to talk about is about legends and mythology. That's interesting.
Urban legends.
Urban legends. Do you remember any urban legend from the state? I mean, of course you do.
I got some good ones.
Yeah. So, do you want to start?
I mean, there are different types of urban legends.
Okay, that's interesting.
There's some that were like where I was
What's so funny?
local urban legends.
Oh, local urban legends. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's the urban legend. Okay, there's always like in the United States, Pennsylvania is really haunted. I don't know why.
Pennsylvania,
because it's one of the first places that like the people came and colonized the United States.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of fights. There's just been fighting there for a long time.
Okay.
There's like the Revolutionary War, the Civil War.
Gettysburg, wasn't that there?
Gettysburg is vicious.
Gettysburg, was that in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that was the turning point in the Civil War between the South and the North.
Uh-huh.
And so many brothers, like one was on the North side, one was on the South side.
And the North remembers.
And the North fucking won.
Okay.
And remembers. There's so many ghosts there, apparently. And the amount of urban legends just within Gettysburg battlefield, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I've seen videos of Gettysburg battlefield where they're like ghosts and shit walking around and crap.
Yeah, and there's a place where if you had like an old like Kodak camera, the one where you take it, like take the picture, you have to shake it, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Shake it.
Yeah.
If you had one of those and you took a picture in this certain triangle, it was called like the triangle of death, it would never fucking materialize, the picture. It would just be white. Or there would be white spots on your picture.
No
this was
way.
confirmed by a lot of people. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And there's tons of stuff. There's like...
But what about an urban legend about over there? Like,
I guess it's not really an urban legend, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not... Ghosts are urban legends? Is that an urban legend?
I mean... You could classify them as an urban legend, I guess.
It depends on what your opinion on ghosts are, is. Right?
Yeah.
If you think they're real or not.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Man, that's a tough one.
Uh-huh.
I don't not believe in ghosts. I'm not like 100% this is totally fake.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, it's so easy to make a video now and like edit in shit. It's so easy.
Yeah, now it is, yeah.
With the green screen, and you just put like opacity really, really low, right? It's like 20% opacity. You can see through somebody, their image.
Yeah.
And you just have them walk through. It's so easy.
Yeah, and there you have your ghost. Your own makeshift
fucking
ghost.
really easy, yeah. But then, why does every culture have stories about ghosts?
Yeah, but that's a cultural thing, though. Because, everybody has their own ghosts and legends and shit.
But everyone has ghosts. Everyone has
ghosts. Their own version
everybody
of ghosts.
has their own ghosts. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but I do believe in the supernatural. Like in shit that we can't explain yet. I don't know if I would call them ghosts.
Because there's a lot of paranormal. What would you consider as real paranormal?
So did I tell you about the one time that I went camping? This is going to be boring because I told this story in another podcast. But,
fuck. Right.
But don't worry about it. But I'll make it quick. So I used to go camping to this place.
Yeah.
And I remember it was really far away in Cajón del Maipo. And the place is called El Toyo. So we would go, you'd have to get off the bus, and then you'd have to walk like 2 hours just to get to this place that I'm telling you about. It's where the river starts. There's a huge-ass rock that you can climb onto and then jump into the water. Yeah. Really cool. And there's only enough space for you to put like a tent or two, tops. you know, because it's all just rocks and shit.
Okay.
And it's really far away, and it's really hard to get there. So, yeah, we get there early. We'd get off the bus. We'd walk the 2 hours, and then we would just sit there. And if nobody was there, which was always the case, then, yeah, you would never have people come and, like, camp right next to you because that's where it all started.
Okay.
So we used to go there with a lot of friends. And this one day, it was, like, really dark, almost like pitch dark, almost. Yeah. And some fucking guy showed up. Yeah. And he started to fish. And he was like,
what?
Yeah, we were like, are there fish here? Because we've been swimming in this water all day. We've never fucking seen any fish.
No. And he was You're not going to say he's a ghost.
I mean, he was a totally weird guy.
Okay.
Weird as fuck.
Yeah.
He smoked some pot with one of the guys that was there.
Okay.
But he was a total weirdo. So I remember that at night when we were falling asleep, I remember that I heard kids laughing. I kid you not.
Oh,
I heard actual fucking kids,
weird.
like Blair Witch shit.
Getting super weird.
So, okay, after that, everyone was like, nah, you were drunk, you were high or whatever. Don't worry about it. And then the other guy said, oh, and when I woke up in the morning, there was like a footprint outside of the tent, all around the tent in the circle.
Oh,
I swear to God, and it was a footprint and a small one at that.
Okay.
So... Okay, we're like, somebody was fucking around. It's not like we were gonna camp right in between footprints.
Blair Witch.
It's so Blair Witch. I know. So then this other fucking weirdo showed up again, to fish or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember one of these guys told him, and he said, "Yeah, people say that over here the devil shows up, and he represents as a child with 2 heads with 1 foot."
What?
I know.
That's so strange.
I know. It's fucking strange.
The devil shows up.
Yeah, he said that the devil, that personification of a devil, it was a 2-headed kid with 1 foot.
Oh man, there's so many layers to this one.
I know.
It's really strange.
I know.
Yeah.
It's totally strange.
Wow.
Yeah. I've told this one before, but yeah,
that's pretty cool.
To me. Yeah,
that's really cool.
So that kind of shit happens. So I'm like, there's got to be something there, man. Like supernatural. I don't know if it was the actual devil, but some weird shit goes on.
Oh, for
places,
sure. Going off the beaten path. The further off the beaten path you go, the weirder the shit happens. I think.
Yeah.
Because I think there's less of a consensus as to like what actual reality is.
Yeah.
So when you're really far away, you're like, could be in something totally different. And I don't know. You're also you're out of your comfort zone. So
do you remember? Do you remember this story that came out a couple of years back? There was like this weird train derailed, and a lot of people died when the train derailed.
Okay.
And a lot of people died. So there was this family that got a missed call from his dad that was on the train. And they didn't notice it because it was a missed call, right? And then the coroner had estimated his time of death like 20 minutes before the call was made.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I could see that stuff happening.
Yeah.
But it could be somebody fucking had the phone.
Exactly.
Calling from a number.
Or maybe the guy got the estimated time of death wrong. It could happen.
Those are fun ones, though. Those are fun ones.
Yeah, those are fun. They're like caldo de cabeza, they call it here. It's like for you to wrap around.
My mom told me this weird story, where it's like, so my grandfather died, and she said a few days after he died, he appeared to her in a dream. Mm-hmm. And he was like playing cards, because my grandfather like loved to play cards with the guys, whatever. And when she saw him, he was like, Ann, my mom's name. He's like, hey, remember to fix the deck. Fix the deck. And
okay.
She's like, okay, well, she was just like amazed to see him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she woke up and she told my grandmother, who was still alive, about this. My grandmother was like, yeah, we were talking about fixing that deck.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
So my mom, at first she was amazed. Then she said she got really angry.
Why?
She's like, my father came all the way across the Great Divide
just to tell me to fucking fix the deck.
The fucking deck. That's the only message he has for me.
Yeah. I love you. I miss you. No, fuck that. Just fix the deck.
Fix the deck.
I remember this one time. I was this one time at band camp. I sounded like that chick.
Yeah. Flute in your pussy.
Yeah, flute in your pussy. So I remember once. So when I was younger, my mom used to work all day, and I had to stay with my 2 brothers, my brother and sister, until they had to go to school. That was like at 2 p.m. This was when I was already done school.
Okay.
So
You're a stay-at-home son?
Yeah, I was like the stay-at-home son. So then they'd leave for school, and I clean up and I cook and all that shit.
Okay.
I was like 18 or something. And I remember once I was laying in bed, and these kids had left already, and I think I was hungover or something like that. So I was laying in bed, like not caring much.
Yeah.
And then I started to hear somebody knocking like on the wall, right at my wall. And if you go across that wall, there's a living room. So I remember somebody like knocking at the wall.
Oh, man.
And I was like, but I was dozing off, you know, like I was falling asleep. So I thought maybe I was dreaming it, you know, or whatever. And I was falling asleep. And then suddenly I remember being like lucidly awake. And then I look right in front, and there's this figure that runs by right to like the living room where the knocks were coming from.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. And I got up, like kind of concerned. And I went to see like where they were knocking at me from. And my mom in the morning, because she used to go to work and she'd leave like in a hurry.
Okay.
The iron was still plugged in.
No way.
Yeah. So I unplugged the iron because that's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
So I unplugged the iron, and then I went back to bed, and I didn't hear any more knocking.
That's nuts.
I know.
Wow, man. They helped you out.
Yeah, they helped me out.
Your hungover ass out.
Yeah. He was like the ghost. He was like, oh, poor kid, he's hungover. You know, let's help him out so he doesn't die in a fire like I did.
Yeah, right?
He does some shit like that.
That's cool. They had good messages.
Yeah, they were helping me out at least. But urban legends here, because they have like mythology, is like down south mostly.
It's El Trauco. That's a good one.
Yeah, but
That's
you know what El Trauco is, right?
It appears in women's dreams.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, leaves them pregnant, has sex with them one time, disappears.
Yeah.
Right?
So allegedly it was like an excuse that young women would pull off. Like, no, me pregnant? It was El Trauco.
El Trauco. Yeah.
Do you know how to fight El Trauco?
Oh, no. How do you do it?
So, according to the myth, if you ever were to encounter El Trauco,
Yeah?
you have to throw him sand. Because he'll get the sand and he'll start to count the grains.
Because he's just so obsessive.
Yeah.
It's his obsessive compulsive nature.
Exactly.
I would imagine it'd be something random.
Yeah. So you allegedly, if you
Like he's allergic to cherries or something like stupid. Like.
yeah, some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you throw him sand, he'll look at them and he'll start counting the grains, and then you run away.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So you don't get fucked by El Trauco.
Don't get fucked by him.
Exactly.
That's cool.
No,
There's also El Hijo de Trauco. I don't understand like what the
Who
distinction
the
is.
fuck is El Hijo del Trauco? I'd never heard of that. Is there El Hijo del Trauco?
Yeah,
I mean, if you've heard it, yeah.
I've heard about it. There's also like the La Trauca. La Trauca is something, right? It's
Really?
a female.
Is there one?
There's a female version too.
No way.
Yeah. There's all these different types.
So what does the female one do? Does she fuck you?
The female one, she has like really saggy big titties.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know what she does.
Okay, so it says, here it says that it's a movie, Hijo de Trauco.
But yeah, also,
Okay.
I mean, if there's the Trauco, then the kid that comes out from the Trauco is going to be pretty fucked up, I'm imagining.
I'm imagining, yeah, because supposedly El Trauco has like only a leg or something like that. He has
Yeah.
like one leg, and then the other one would be his dick.
No.
Yeah, that's what
Are
I've
you
heard.
serious?
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like, really,
And he's still bipedal. That's his penis.
yeah, that's his penis.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
his sexual prowess right there.
Oh, man.
La Trauca. I had never heard of that. I'm going to look for that. No, nothing shows up, see? Fiura. Sus padres, los cuales tienen las mismas características del Trauco, y si son machos, y de ellas si son hembras. Oh, okay.
I live with a guy who used to do backpacking.
Mm-hmm.
He had a business where he sold tours. It turns out he was a scammer. Like, I found this out 2 years later. He was badly scamming people in Torres del Paine. But he would tell me stories about like, sí, pues bueno, hay duende ahí en el sur. Yo me desperté, había entrado el duende mirándome. And like, and then he also mentioned La Trauca.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I had never heard of La Trauca. So is there like a character like that in the States?
And I don't think so.
No? Man, you people are fucking boring.
I don't know. I can't think of anything that really
That would
relates to that
resemble
level.
like El Trauco, yeah?
Yeah.
What about El Tuetue?
What the hell's that?
So El Tuetue allegedly is a bird that you hear him also down south, and supposedly he has like a cackle that is really characteristic. So if you're outside of your house, or if you're outside and you hear him, you have to say "Sigue chon chon tu camino."
Okay.
Or,
Sigue tu camino.
yeah, sigue chonchón tu camino. Or, vuelve mañana por sal.
Okay.
So, supposedly, the next day, some fucking weirdo-ass guy will show up at your house and say, hey, I'm here for the salt that you promised me yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people actually tell me that that has happened to them.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So they say that it's witches.
It's witches that still are living. in this happens.
So what they do is that they have their witch gatherings. I don't know what they call them in English. Los aquelarres. It's like where witches get together.
No, there's no word for that. Yeah. It's a witch gathering.
Yeah, it's a witch gathering. So what they do is that their head will come off and it'll fly. And that's el chochón, el tuetue.
Jesus, man.
So yeah, so if you hear him, you have to say, come back tomorrow for salt. And then the next day, some fucking weirdo-ass person, because it could be a male witch. I don't know what we call a sorcerer or something like that. Yeah, he'll show up and he'll ask you for salt. And if you don't give him salt, then you're totally fucked for life.
And if you give him pink Himalayan salt, he'll be so pissed off.
He'll be so pissed off.
He wants the real shit.
Yeah. So
Man.
there's nothing like that in the States? Or what about an urban legend, like, I don't know, like where you lived, like local legends, like don't do this or this shit'll happen to you.
There's always like, okay, there's a burned down mental asylum pretty close to where I lived.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we went out to like see it one time. There's a burned down mental asylum, and apparently it's haunted. Like classic stuff.
But
right?
it was an actual mental asylum that got burned down.
It's called the 7 Gates of Hell. So like apparently there were 7 posts that you have to cross in trying to go find this mental asylum. And
But what about the building on the outside? Was it like a mental asylum? Or did people think it was? Was
like
it like
everything's
word
burned
around?
down? There's nothing. You're walking there, and
so it could have been like a big house.
yeah, this was like a while ago. So
Okay.
it could have been like in the early 1900s that it burned down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I remember driving out there with some friends, and it was night. And as we were driving there, I swear to God, the number of frogs that we saw.
Frogs.
I've never seen so many frogs in my life on the street. As
No
we were
way.
driving by, and I'm pretty sure we ran over a lot of frogs.
Holy shit.
I don't know what it was weird because
So-
it got misty as we're driving there, and then just frogs all over the place. Then we get to the entrance, and we have flashlights and stuff, and we're all like 17 years old, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know. We didn't have any particular. I wanted to make a video. I remember I had like a camera with me, and as we were approaching there, like this random old lady showed up. And she just said, don't. She's like, no, es ilegal. Voy a llamar a la policía. Ilegal. I don't know, why am I speaking Spanish? She was
yeah.
This is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
She just, it's illegal. I don't know.
It's illegal.
Yeah. This is illegal. And so,
Really?
yeah, she said she would call the cops. That ended our
Fuck.
great search for the burned down mental asylum.
For the 7 Gates of Hell.
Yeah.
So when I lived in New Jersey, there was this Dairy Queen. A Dairy Queen, for people that don't know, is like an ice cream parlor. Como el Bravísimo. So there was a Dairy Queen, and right next to it, there was this huge-ass abandoned house. It was really big. It was red. All the windows were boarded up. And to add insult to injury, there was, right on top of it, there was a huge fucking clock that it was stopped right at midnight.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like almost like movie shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember everybody talked about that place being haunted. It was
Okay.
haunted, that you couldn't go in there. And I remember after school, me and some friends would go there and we'd dare each other to like go and knock on the door. Because a lot of people said that sometimes they would see light. I don't know how, if all the windows were boarded up. But
Yeah.
some people said that they saw like activity in there.
Cool. Is
And,
that like a paranormal thing that you would say this paranormal activity exists?
I think so. I mean, there has to be some fucked up thing that we don't know about. Like maybe in
parallel
the future.
dimension stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if dimensions, but there has to be something going on that, because you can't just die and then that's it. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
That like some of your energy would remain on Earth.
Yeah.
And
in a certain way.
yeah.
Like the movie Ghost.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, but I never actually got in there. Yeah, here haunted houses aren't that big. I remember at school here in Chile there was always like the story about the Headless Nun.
Okay.
Or the baby, like there was a baby that got abandoned in the school. Like one of the students had a kid, and she shat him out and then left him there, and now the kid haunts the school.
Okay, that's all right. That's kind of boring.
Yeah.
A good one, Mothman. That's a fun one.
Who's Mothman?
Have you seen this movie, Mothman Prophecies?
No, never.
Okay. Well, Mothman happened in New Jersey. It was in the late 60s. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. And it was like a lot of people saw this hooded figure with 2 red eyes.
Okay.
And he was appearing in different places throughout New Jersey. And yeah, he would like make people get phone calls. This is a whole totally real movie with Richard Gere. Came out in 2002.
Okay.
And yeah, like the Mothman would just lead to like bad things happening to people. They would see the Mothman and they would like get in a car crash.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was like the purveyor of bad news or something.
It was just
that.
like whenever you saw the Mothman, something bad was about to happen.
Okay. But so that's based like on a legend?
And but this actually really occurred in New Jersey. Apparently, there's like a lot of police records of people having this experience of seeing a weird hooded figure with 2 very bright red eyes, and then they would report it, and then for whatever reason something would happen where like their son would get in a car accident. Like it wasn't just them; it was their loved ones too. And the weirdest part was that at one point, a bridge in New Jersey, like this was the peak, that there were a lot of bad things happening, and then someone got a phone call that just said 33.
Okay.
The number 33. They got a phone call. It says the number 33.
Uh-huh.
And then the next...
It was a call coming from the number 33, or they picked up and they
pick
heard
up the phone
33?
And they hear 33 in a weird voice. 33. And then this guy's like, 33? What the fuck? 33. The next day, a bridge in New Jersey failed. Like, it collapsed. And 33 people died.
No way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And this was real. It's a story that was perpetuated. I had read about it like in the late 90s in the United States. And they actually ended up making the movie in 2002 with Richard Gere.
That's fucked up.
That some sort of weird demonic energy came in New Jersey. Fuck with people for a period of months. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Ending with the bridge crash.
Did you ever see this movie, Urban Legend?
No.
There was a movie. It even had a sequel. Jared Leto's in it.
Oh, then I gotta see it.
It's an old movie though. It's like 97. It was like when Scream was coming out.
Okay.
There were a lot of slashers, and Urban Legend was one of them. So it was about this guy that was a killer, and he would kill based on urban legends.
Okay.
So
have you heard? What's your fear? What do you fear?
Yeah, no, because like, have you ever heard this urban legend about the guy that's sitting in the back of your car?
Like La Rubia Kennedy? Or is it?
Which one is La Rubia Kennedy? La Rubia Kennedy.
Actually, it's actually a female. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rubia Kennedy exists in Chile, right? It was like late 90s.
Actually, I don't really know what La Rubia del Kennedy is all about.
It's a hitchhiking blonde girl.
Okay.
And everyone has different versions. I remember.
Well, that's urban legends, all right? Because I bet maybe some people will be like, no, el tuetue is this and that, but that's why legends are legends, you know? Like it changes from whoever tells the story.
Well, I've heard one version where it's just like she appears, she has to hitchhike in the south of Chile. She's in the car and she has like a very vivid story, and then like when she gets out of the car, then she starts like disappearing in the distance. You know, like she turns out she's just a figment of your imagination.
Okay.
Then there's other stories. One friend was just like, yeah, la Rubia Kennedy, yeah, como se sube al auto, te conoce, ¿cachai? En buena onda, pues ahí tenés sexo con ella.
Oh, really?
El día siguiente desaparece. It's like...
Sounds like a dream girl to me. You fuck and then she disappears. Oh, my God. Where is she? Where are you?
And she's gone.
And she's gone. So Urban Legend, I remember that it starts when the first movie starts. There's this chick that goes to the gas station.
Okay.
And she's all scared for some reason, and she's singing "Turn Around." Every now and then I feel a little bit sad. Yeah. She's singing that one.
Around.
You know, wow. That's what is that called? Predestination. So she gets off to this gas station, and there's this weird ass guy in the gas station.
Okay.
And she buys her shit, and she puts gas in the car, and then he locks the door, and he tries to trap her in there.
Okay.
And the guy also has a stutter, so he's trying to talk, you know, and he can't.
Okay.
So then this chick gets all freaked out about it. She runs away. She gets in the car. She drives off, and then the guy is trying to chase her, and then he yells. He's like, "There's someone in your back seat." You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So then she's driving and she's listening to that song. Turn around.
No,
and she's driving.
of course she is.
Yeah, of course she is. You know?
She's still listening to it.
Of course. And then there's this guy with an axe and chops her head off.
All right.
And that's supposed to be like an urban legend. Like you always have to check the back seat of your car.
That's like a good horror story grammar.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Makes sense.
It actually reminds me of, I used to work as a teacher once, a long, long time ago. And I remember I had this student over, and it was really late, so she couldn't leave. Because, like, she had no buses and no metro ni nada.
Yeah?
And she was like, can I stay at your place? And I'm like, I guess so. You know, like, it's pretty unethical, but all right. So I said, do you want to stay in the couch or whatever? She's like, no, I'll just sleep
With you.
No. Imagine. No. I mean, it would have been legal, but no. She's like, no, I'll sleep in the floor. Don't worry about it.
Jesus.
So I had my bed, and then I made her like a bed in the floor.
But you didn't fucking give her your bed and you slept on the floor, you piece of shit.
I know.
You piece of shit.
I fucking suck. So anyway, I'm sleeping, and then suddenly she wakes me up like at 2 a.m.
Okay.
She's like, listen, I'm really hungry. We need to go for something to eat. And I'm like, but there's some shit in there in the cupboard. Like, you can make, I don't know, spaghetti or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I want to go out. Like, let's go get something to eat. Because right here, there's a lot of shit.
It's
Bobby
open at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, are you serious, though? Like, can't you just... I don't want to get up, man. She's like, no, really. I really want us to go out. Like,
to go out?
Yeah. I want you to go with me, and I want you to buy something.
Okay.
So then, so I get dressed, and then we go downstairs, and then...
You're like, we'll make a lesson out of this.
We'll make a lesson out of this, yeah. I'll charge you double next time, bitch. And so we go downstairs, and then we're going to cross the street, and then she grabs me, and she's like, I didn't actually want to go out with you. And I'm like, okay, so what's the deal? She's like, there's somebody sleeping right behind your bed, underneath your bed.
What the fuck?
No, that's bullshit, though, but it's a story I heard.
Okay.
No, it didn't happen to me.
Okay, let's go.
But it's pretty interesting, though.
Yeah. No, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. I don't know about you.
Yeah, when I first heard it, I got goosebumps.
That's cool.
Yeah, I heard about it. Supposedly that did happen in Japan.
Okay.
There was like this guy, and it's the same story. He was like a teacher, somebody stayed, and then, they turned it. And then the cops went, and there was this guy that had been living in his house for like months on end.
Yeah?
And then whenever this guy would show up, he would just crawl right under the bed.
No way.
Yeah. And there was this guy that lived with some fucking asshole for
Oh,
months.
shit.
I know. Creepy, right?
That's really creepy. I remember, so an urban legend in the United States, and this is one that I had gotten confirmation from people, is that there's this hill where you can park your car, put it in neutral, and it would suddenly start to be pushed up. You would feel hands on the bottom of this hill, pushing your car upwards. And a lot of people told me this was possible. I didn't confirm, but apparently there was a team of football players that had crashed right there in that part of the hill. So they all died. And the idea is that it's their spirit. Because they're football players, they'll push your fucking car up the hill.
Okay.
And you'll feel their hands push up the hill.
Wow.
And then they rape your girlfriend.
And then he rapes them. Yeah.
Because they're rapey. They're rapey football players.
They're rapey football players.
They can't take no for an answer.
I want to crush some puss.
You see that skit from Amy Schumer?
No.
Where she's like, guys, this year for football, she's like, the coach is telling the team for American football, like a high school team, we got to do, guys. This year, we're going to play really hard, but we got a new rule. No raping.
No raping.
The guys are like, Coach, what are you talking about?
What do you mean we can't rape?
He's like, what if it's a Halloween party and she's dressed like a kitten? He's like, no, boys, there's no raping at all on our football team this year. And the guy's like, then why did we join?
Then why did we join?
They're like, we want that. You can't take no for an answer. And that just goes through all because football players in general, really do, compared to regular, I know there've been allegations against Ronaldo and Neymar for rape.
Yeah.
But they're just women that want money, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
NFL football players, American football, they really do have domestic abuse problems.
Yeah.
Because they're praised for being aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's like all the lessons of the game are like 100%, go all out.
Yeah.
Like commit fully.
Don't take no for an answer.
It's yours. Go take it.
Yeah. Even if it's a pussy.
And that's what happens.
Even if it's some unwilling girl.
And it's really a problem. No, in all seriousness, like the culture.
Really?
I don't know, but the fact that she made that skit is fucking hilarious. It's a great skit.
Yeah, because she's making fun of like all those allegations that you say that are true.
Now, the amount of domestic abuse.
I never heard about that. I mean, I had heard about the domestic abuse with O.J. Simpson. Right?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Jesus, yeah.
And, yeah, but I never heard that they were actually, like, known for being rapey. To have rapey tendencies.
Beady wifey?
Like, beady wifey, yeah.
The Ray Rice one? It was like he beat his girlfriend and then dragged her out of an elevator.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Fuck. What a weirdo, man. And those guys are buff.
It's crazy, yeah.
Those guys are huge.
That ain't no urban legend.
Yeah,
They
that's
really
not an
will.
urban legend.
That's happening. Yeah, right now.
There was, what was the other urban legend? Something about a dead dog that would lick your hand or something. Oh, I remember another one. So I had these friends of mine that they went to the beach when they were like kids.
Yeah?
And their parents would go out like at night, and they were like a group of friends, female friends, just girls, like have like a slumber party. It's what you would call like in the States.
Okay. Where they like eat s'mores. And
Yeah.
Talk about the boys.
Yeah, have some girl talk. So allegedly, this is something that I heard. So allegedly, this one night, their parents go out to do their party or whatever, and they left all the girls at home.
Okay.
And then the lights went out. There was like a huge storm, and the lights went out. So they were all scared because they were little girls. There was no light on, no electricity. So they were pretty scared. They started hearing noises and shit like that. So they decided that they should all go to bed. So they had like these single beds all lined up in a room.
Yeah.
So they all went to bed. Let's say we're three of them. So three of them would go to bed, and they were all scared. So since they were so scared, they held each other's hands during the night so that they wouldn't be all creeped out.
Yeah?
So the thing is that they did fall asleep after, despite hearing all these noises and weird shit. They did actually fall asleep. So then in the morning, they woke up and they were just fine. And the parents had arrived. Well, they were sleeping when they arrived. So they asked them, hey, so last night there was an electricity here went off. A transformer blew or whatever. So how did you girls manage? And they were like, yeah, at first we were pretty scared, but then we went to bed and we held each other's hands. And the parents were like, but how did you hold each other's hands? What do you mean? They're like, no, look like this. And they went to bed. They're like, so I went to bed here, and then I just threw my hands out, and then they looked, and there was no way that their hands could ever touch. They were like really far away from each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they had extended their hands, and they all said that they felt each other's touch.
Touch, sweet touch.
Sweet touch, yeah.
It only can give me one more.
Yeah, but there was no way that they were actually touching each other's hands. Like, even if they stretched themselves, they could only touch, like, their fingertips.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, so I wonder whose fucking hands they did grab.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
This is like some creepy old man. Because
Maybe,
at the end of the day, they still touched a hand that was probably similar enough
I guess
to
so,
their
yeah.
own. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard that one, too.
That one's all right. There's no, like, direct interaction with, like, a weird thing, though. That's missing.
Yeah.
Something fucked up.
But it's still fucked up,
Yeah,
especially if you're a kid.
for sure.
But then I found out that was actually from a book.
That sounds like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah. It was
like
a
that.
book. It was from an Argentinian one. I can't remember what it's called. Queridos Monstruos, or something like that. Or Socorro, something like that.
Socorro.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Have you heard of El Alicanto?
Alicanto, no?
Mm-hmm. So allegedly, I could have this wrong because I remember that my grandma told me it, and my grandma, she would like always, she'd tell me the story one way, and then I would be like, hey grandma, tell that story that you told me the other day, and then she'd tell something completely different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So allegedly, El Alicanto is like a bird, almost resembling like a chicken.
Okay.
It's made of gold, made of complete gold.
Okay.
And it shows up in the mine for mine workers. So the people in the mine would see it, and then they chase it to grab it because it was a gold bird.
It's a gold. Of course you're going to get that.
Yeah.
It's made of pure gold.
It's made of pure gold. And then the chicken would run around, and they would chase it, and then they get lost in the mine and die
Okay.
because of greed.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's got a lesson.
Yeah, it's a lesson.
There's one urban legend that, I mean, it originated from a video game, I'm pretty sure. Like Slender Man.
Okay, yeah. But I think Slenderman was a urban legend, and then they made it a video game. I think.
Or was it back? Okay.
Okay.
It's really cool that they ended up making that a game that you can play and interact with. And
Did you ever play Slenderman?
Yeah.
It was pretty fucked, right?
It's cool. I mean, it's really simple.
It's really simple. Just find the 8 pages.
I never got close.
No?
I got like 2 pages. How do you beat that game?
You have to find the 8 pages.
But do you have to know, how do you find, like, are they, or they change the pages?
Yeah. Every playthrough, they're like in different places.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool though. I really like the concept.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's like a man with long, weird, creepy, whatever.
With Slenderman, yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever play one that was called Amnesia, The Dark Descent?
No.
You should play that one.
Okay.
That one's a lot scarier than
Really?
Slenderman. Yeah.
Okay.
That one's fucked up though, but it's really good.
Is it scary in what way? Like jump scares? Like
It doesn't really have jump scares, but it's about, well, you wake up in this fucking castle. It's like in the Victorian era, I guess. And you wake up and you remember nothing. So you have to like delve deep into the castle or whatever to find a way out.
Yeah.
And there's this fucking monster that chases you around, but he always comes out at random. And you can't fight him. You just have to run from him.
It's like the nemesis.
Kind of like Nemesis,
Okay.
you know? So, but the thing is that you can't fight the fucking guy, and you have an insanity meter. So the longer that you look at him,
Insanity meter.
Yeah. So the longer that you look at him or that you come into contact with him, you start to wig out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How fucked up is the monster looking?
It's, well, that's the funny thing, because I wouldn't know how they actually pulled it off, but it's really unsettling just to come into contact with the fucking thing. Because you're just walking around and then suddenly he won't actively chase you at first. He'll just like walk around, be like, "Nyeh." You know, so it's like weird. You'd have to play it. It's an experience.
That's really cool. So you have to look away.
So you have to look away.
Okay.
But if you look away, then you can't see him if he's coming for you.
Oh, okay.
You know, and you have to light torches and shit.
Okay.
Because when you're in the dark, you also start to go insane. So I remember once I said, like, how insane can this fucking guy go? And
That's a really clever system of a video game. Because you have to keep light so you can still see where you're going.
Yeah.
But then you can't see that fucking thing.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you're using the lantern, then the fucking monster can see you too.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I turn off the light and risk going crazy? Or do I turn it on and risk this fucking monster catching me?
That's cool.
It's really good. It's a really good game.
Does the monster have a certain form?
Yeah, it does. Like, I remember after I beat it, and then I'm like, okay, and the design is kind of shitty, you know? But it's an old game, though.
Okay.
It's an old PC game. Not totally old. It's post-2000.
Okay.
You know? But it's really effective. Like I said, I don't know how they pull it off.
It's cool.
Because it's something that you're not supposed to be actively looking at, but when he shows up, and also, like, you hear, like, the fucking guy, you know? It's really good. And it's first person, too, so you kind of get more immersed in it.
Yeah.
So you should give it a try. It'll run, like, on any computer nowadays.
Okay.
You know, it's really, really good. There's a sequel, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah? I feel like, why would they even... Like, a horror video game seems like the most effective way of freaking someone out. Because you're forced to participate, right? Horror movie?
Yeah, you can look away.
You can look away? Yeah. You can look away. You can
turn it off.
You can... I don't know. I guess the fact that you have control of the horror video game, it seems like that's a better way to really get in somebody's brain.
Exactly, yeah. It gets in your brain, totally.
I remember having, like, nightmares after playing Resident Evils.
Really? Which one freaked you out the most?
I don't know. I mean, I only really, like, went from beginning to end, Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
Which is not that freaky, but...
No, that one's not scary at all, actually.
It's still kind of weird. You hate it?
Yeah, I hate that game.
It's a great game.
I hate it.
That's such a great game. It evolved the Resident Evil series.
I did, and I hated 4, because it's just shooting and going forward.
Yeah, but it's still cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for a shooter, maybe.
The pacing was interesting. The bosses are amazing.
Yeah, but they're all, like, so stupid. There's, like, the bad guy. What's his name? Fucking... I can't remember.
Cry.
Something, and he's like a midget that dresses like Napoleon. And that ain't scary at all, man.
I get
You know, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to say that Resident Evil 4 is like an okay game, but I don't think it's an okay Resident Evil. Because the first 3 were, like, scary.
I guess among the fans, they didn't like it. Among, like, hardcore fans, right? Didn't like it because It changed
It's
the
just too
essence of
action.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's too action oriented. You know, you can buy fucking guns from a guy when Resident Evil is supposed to be like survival horror.
Counting your bullets and stuff.
Yeah, counting your bullets. But here you're like prompted to shoot every fucking guy that's running around. You know, like I mean, I respect it. I just don't like it at all. I think the first one's better. The second one, Nemesis, I think is like the most unsettling one. Because you don't know when the fucking guy's gonna show up.
That's cool. I love that concept of the Nemesis. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the music comes out. And he's like, "Oh, he's around here nearby. Holy shit! When's he gonna show up?" You know? Oh, he just jumped right out of the window.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play Silent Hill ever?
No, I've not.
No, you never did.
No.
Man, you should.
That's a creepy game.
Yeah, Silent Hill is way creepy because it's psychological horror.
Okay.
It fucks you up big time.
Yeah. That's what I'm missing, man. I'm missing some psychological horror in my life.
Yeah, because now horror is more like jump scares and shit like that.
There's too much. Every single fucking movie I see now,
Yeah.
it really seems like there's not the idea of like ensuing dread. Like dread is what's missing.
Dread. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because like horror games now, which one was like the latest one that I played? I don't remember. I played the Resident Evil 2 remake. It was all right.
I saw your review.
Yeah. It wasn't scary, but it was tense though.
Okay.
But Silent Hill's like a different thing though. It's not about like, oh, this monster. It's like the impending doom that you were talking
There's
about.
a triangle head thing though, right? The triangle
That's
head?
the second one.
Okay.
Well, after that, he sold out, and then they put him like in every other single Silent Hill game that happened afterwards. But allegedly, he's supposed to be only number 2.
In the movies too, right?
And
It's
in the
like
movie,
we need the triangle
Yeah,
head.
yeah, because he was like a really interesting character. Everybody loved Pyramid Head when he came out.
Okay.
But he should only be in Silent Hill 2 because allegedly, like everything that happens in Silent Hill is like your own personal inferno.
Okay.
So like that's why the towns are different in Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 because everybody that goes there sees their own version of Silent Hill.
Okay.
Silent Hill turns out to be like a bit of a purgatory, if you will. So
Okay.
everybody that ends up in Silent Hill has done something that he needs to atone for.
That's cool.
You know? So Silent Hill 2 is about this guy that his wife died like 3 years ago, and he receives a letter from her that says, "Hey, I'm waiting for you in Silent Hill in our special place."
Okay.
And he knows that she's dead, but he goes there anyway to find her. Mm-hmm. And it has a lot to do with sex, actually, Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
Because his wife was really terminally ill. They never say what. I think it's like cancer, right? So she's like really terminally ill. And so there was a lot of the part of James' life where he started to resent her.
Yeah.
You know, which is a fucked up thing to feel because she's your dying wife. But at the same time, you know, he was horny. You know, he was so like, but it's true though. You know, it happens.
She was dying.
She was dying, but he
He's still
wanted
horny.
to fuck.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to get his fuck on.
We got a premise.
You know, and he can't grab her hair because it'll fall off.
Oh no.
But yeah, so all the enemies in Silent Hill 2, they're like sexualized. Like there are
that's
some monsters
fucking cool.
that are open up and they look like vaginas.
That's fucking
And
cool.
they're like nurses. They're
Yeah.
like sexy nurses.
That's right with the knives and stuff.
Yeah, with the knives and stuff. So that kind of plays into the character's head because, yeah, since he was like for so long in the hospital, he would look at nurses and maybe he fantasized about them. Why not? Like he's not getting any. Mm-hmm. And it's a fucked up feeling to have. Like you're sad about your dying wife, but at the same time you're fantasizing about nurses. So all that shit's coming back to get you.
That's cool.
It's awesome, man. Like if you can play Silent Hill 2 ever, man, you have to.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
Does the guy get laid at the end at any point? He has sex
No.
with the fucked up nurse?
No, well, I won't tell you the ending because you really have to play it. But yeah, but it's all about that. Like all the monsters, everything has to do like with penises and vaginas and shit.
But I think that's a consistent thing in horror movies, right? Like
I think that's a
Alien?
consistent thing in Japanese horror.
Japanese, okay.
Because I think
Good
Japs
call,
have
yeah.
like that kind of shit that they're like, we're gonna fuck with your head.
Yeah.
You know, like because horror for Americans like us, I think it's more like the creepy monster, and we'll fucking, you know.
And then, by the end of the movie, you've seen it too much, and you're no
you've
longer
seen
creeped
it too
out
much.
by the monster.
Yeah, you're not creeped out, and you can always fucking shower them with bullets, and you're done.
Yeah.
But Silent Hill is more like psychological. It fucks more with your head.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
It's really good. Man, that one's fucked up, man.
I mean,
That's the best horror game ever made.
but okay. and things slowly creep at you, and you're creeped out because you associate so much with this main character. And then all of a sudden, like, you're horny too, and all of a sudden here comes Black PlayStation 1 nurse lady.
Well, yeah, that one's for PlayStation 2 though, Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
So actually, Pyramid Head, he rapes the monsters. So I don't know if you know, like, Pyramid Head, he has like this huge ass knife.
Okay.
You know, he's like a dick.
Okay.
And he cuts like the other monsters. Monsters are like a couple of legs. There's this one monster that is a couple of legs with another couple of legs on top. You know, the pussy, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes when you first encounter Pyramid Head, when you go into the room, he's raping one of them.
Oh, man.
You know? Because
fucking nuts.
That's why Pyramid Head should not appear in any other Silent Hill, because that's supposed to be his type of villain, you know? The one that is just thinking about fucking, you know, and penetrating squirmy ass bodies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Man, Silent Hill 2 is crazy, man. You have to fucking play that game.
Has it been remastered on PlayStation 4 or anything like that?
It was remastered on PlayStation 3, but they lost, like, the source code. So what they did is that before, Silent Hill 1 and 2, they would use mist to cover up, like, graphical errors.
Okay.
In a way. But also it gave you, like, the whole feeling of the game that everything was misty and you didn't really know actually what lies beyond. So for some reason, I guess the people that remastered it thought, mist was only just to cover up this shit, but now since it's remastered, we can do away with the mist. So there's no mist in Silent Hill 2.
I mean, that's really bad?
Of course, yeah.
You want
the mist is like the whole... It's the essence of it.
So it's like not knowing. It's a lot less scary.
It's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Right? So when you can see everything clearly, you're like, okay. You know, and then you can notice that the developers use the mist also to hide certain imperfections. So you'll be walking, you'll see ahead from you, and you'll see like some buildings just half done, you know, because they used to cover it with mist.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So
fuck? You have to play like the Silent Hill 2 version, the PlayStation 2 version. I have it, though. Like, if there's ever a time you're like, listen, you know what? I would like to play, then you can come here and we'll play it.
I know.
Swear to God. It's really
I
good.
think, like, that, but sexual, like, what is it? Enemies and things like that, antagonists in horror films. Like, Alien is designed to be, like, really phallic, but also really weirdly motherly. That's the greatest design of a horror villain of all time.
Yeah, H.R. Giger was pretty fucked up. The guy that designed him, yeah. Yeah, because everything is phallic, but also everything's like really slimy.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
With the face that comes out of the face comes out of the face.
And xenomorph actually, when they're like baby xenomorphs and they split open, they also look like a pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything's like, it's like creeping you out with something that should be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and they pull it off.
And have you seen Dune? Or excuse me, the documentary Jodorowsky's Dune?
Dune, no.
Because the designer of Alien?
Yeah, it was the same guy, yeah. No, I've heard about it. I've never seen it, though.
Okay.
Did you see it? Dune?
I didn't see Jodorowsky. I mean, I've seen the documentary about Jodorowsky trying to make Dune.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, he met H.P. Geiger like in France, and they're trying to put it together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and a lot of the designs from Alien was by this Chilean director Jodorowsky when he met with H.P. Geiger, and they were creating the set designs for Dune, and they were gonna have spaceships fly out of a head that looks just like the alien head from the original Alien. That opens up, and then like the tongue, the head comes out, and there's a spaceship that comes out of there. But it would just be like a stationary building that things would go through instead of like a true villain, like it ended up being.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's interesting, man. Yeah, I mean, Japanese horror and this fucking guy, too, yeah, they really know how to nail it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, in Silent Hill, you won't be like bombarded. Oh, a lot of monsters. What am I going to do?
I always feel abused. I feel abused when I watch horror films now. Because I'm like, okay, you can put anything out of the corner of my eye, and then it appears there. You can put like a stuffed animal out of the corner, and then it appears, oh, I'm going to jump for a little bit, you know?
Exactly. Well, yeah, what happens is you blow your load before.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, like, imagine...
What does that mean?
It means, like, okay, a horror movie, it should be, like, creeping horror until a certain point where it explodes, right?
Okay.
But horror movies today, they're all more about showing you jump scares every couple of minutes. I think that they feel that the audience is going to get bored if they don't shower them with jump scares every 3 minutes.
That's the problem, too, with our attention spans.
Exactly.
God.
But I think it's a misconception because at the end of the day, the best horror is always creeping. It's something that you don't really know that it's going on until you actually, like, take a breath and notice, yeah, okay, I'm scared or I'm
It's
freaked
getting
out.
worse, and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's here we go.
You know, like the one-footed devil, I never saw him. And it was totally totally scarier than if I had actually seen them.
That's
Because
wild.
your head does all connect the dots, right?
Yeah, and you're a very like lucid individual, so hearing that from you,
Yeah.
is kind of weird.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this happened.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it was fucked up.
That's fucking crazy.
So, we were going to talk about urban legends, but we ended up talking more about horror.
We did.
Yeah, so no problem there. I think we're good to go now. Are we?
Yeah, let's. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, any closing comments that you would like to add for this episode?
Keep looking. Keep searching. You will find
Yeah.
their answers out there.
Exactly.
It's all out there.
All right, guys. So this was What Where. Here's Cesarito. Thank you for watching. Oh, let me remind you that we also have now a YouTube channel. It's called What Where with a question mark at the end.
One question mark or two question marks?
Just one.
Okay.
So just in case, if you want to search for it there, it's available. And it's also on Spotify, iTunes, and iVoox. And Google
We have to have a
Podcasts.
name for people who listen to the podcast.
We do. And
Like-
you know what? We should make like an Instagram account also.
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. Just
like-
to keep in touch.
Yeah. Well, what would be a name for the fans?
I don't know.
Los saco where?
Los saco where de what where. Yeah, I like it. Los saco where. Cool.
All right.
Okay, all right. So we'll think about that, and we'll think about the Instagram and all that for the next episode. And see you next week.
That's you.